Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. We've just finished looting the tomb that we've come here for, and not surprisingly, it seems the townfolk are unhappy to see us. We did go non-lethal on the way in, so maybe they'll be more okay with that, but it doesn't seem like the game typically can tell the difference between non-lethal versus lethal killing unless there's a scripted event about it. You're the last to leave the claustrophobic darkness of the tomb. The haze lifts from your mind when you emerge into the fresh air once more. Unfortunately, this most basic of pleasures doesn't occupy you for long. A bit of an angry mob is gathered in front of the burial mound, armed with pitchforks, axes, and rudimentary spears. As soon as you get over the initial astonishment that they managed to mobilize such a large crowd so quickly, your eyes are drawn to the figure at the front. How dare you! His powerful voice trembles with indignation. How dare you defy the sanctity of the tomb? How dare you defy the protection of the underground ones? How dare you steal from the venerable king of the ancients? Not a bad attempt at poetry. I've heard far better. You better take your mob of farmers and leave, old man. You don't want to stand in our way. When you say underground ones, do you mean the wretched fools starving to death in there? Yeah, I think we're going to call him out on it. I don't know if the town realizes that he's just trapping people in there. You mean the wretched fool starving to death in there? He raises a finger and points at you in a pantomime of righteous anger. Wretched thieves, you break the most holy site of our ancestors, and then you have the gall to make light of the situation? Well, I'm sorry to have angered you, but we need the treasures more than the dead. Somewhat true. Stand aside or draw your weapons, either way works for us. We didn't realize how much this meant to you. We'll give back what we took. No, we won't. Stand aside or draw your weapon. Either way works for us. Like, we aren't starting this fight, but we'll win, and I want to point that out. The vengeance of the old underground ones will be visited upon us. There's only one way to appease them, a sacrifice. Kill the thieves, my friends. Their blood shall wash away the taint of our failure. Okay. You guys are attacking me with pitchforks. Like, some of you are probably competent. Level 0, level 0, level 0. Level 2, the goatee, is a level 2 healer. Level 0 civilian, level 0 civilian, level 0 civilian, and level 0 civilian. We've got a single capable level 2, and everyone else is untrained civilians with farm tools. I'm sorry, guys. You are making a terrible choice. But that is your choice to make. Well, I'm going to go back into some hiding. Kettle, can you get into some cover as well? You can. Roskva, you probably have restricted movement, don't you? Yeah. I'll just pull you back there. And then we'll want to... I mean, I don't even mind the idea of us just, like, starting adjacent to them. That's going to turn out way worse for them than for us. Because we will prevent them from moving around, so my archers will stay safe. I'm tempted to go here and there with my two primary meleeers. Gunnar and Aesleif, and then put Nefja here, so we've also got flanking going on. Since there's no attack of opportunity for running right into the middle of their group, which is a little strange. But I guess that's how they balance them getting the first attack. We get the first placement. Alright. Let's see how you guys handle this. My guess is poorly. Yeah. Oh, 9 damage. Oh no. 6 damage to the shield. Tactical move, smart choice. Oh, come on. Don't run away, Goaty. You're the one demanding the fight. Alright, we'll go to non-lethal. Yeah, and they don't even have, like... You are the one that gives buffs. So... You're the one that's got to be taken out early, but everyone else... Yeah. Let's do ranging shot. Do you by chance have the attack now? You do. Oh. 81%. 2 shots. Yeah. Goodbye, Goaty. Oddkel. You got too close to Kettle. Any of the rest of you gonna give up? No? Alright. Froskva. Now you still don't do crazy damage. I need to get her scald abilities, whatever they call them. One higher, because I think the next one gives us bonus to damage, which would be nice. (42 to 48). I think I already checked and we do better damage. Yeah, with the knife. Don't really want you going out there because you've been injured, but I don't think it's gonna really matter. That's you down. You could quite possibly charge and take someone out. Just to help out him from being surrounded. Probably same here. If I have you charge. And Nefia, you can move here safely to give him a flanking bonus. Which isn't enough for... No, it is enough for the kill. Yeah, it's just not showing it there. Alright. Then we'll move you. Oh, I didn't realize that was dangerous terrain. Alright, and then I will pull back so that I don't get charged by you. Kettle. Right, you did your quick attack. Yeah, they would have to take an attack of opportunity to get around. I think you're safe. Tactical move, smart choice. Alright. You can't charge anyone down. You could get to them if this person was dead, so we can make that happen. Easy enough. We're just mopping them up at this point, and it feels bad. Oh, you can't actually kill on this turn. Well, it's probably fine. Going for the hit. You get to survive. Then as for us, what is this indicator trying to tell me? I assumed it meant it was a trap. Maybe that's the illuminated, because we do keep seeing illuminated show up. Maybe that's warning that they have a better chance of hitting us if we're next to a fire. I could believe that. Not really worried. Let's see. Kettle, can you get involved in either of these fights? 65, can't hit that one. And you can't do the aim because you moved. Alright, 65. Is it good enough? Was good enough. And lastly, Vroskva and you. You can't get there. You don't quite have the range. Actually, if you switch to your Dane axe, which I never use, you then do have the range. Alright. I didn't realize the Dane axe had range until I saw the enemies with Dane axes using it. Alright, so we let them live because I'm a nice guy. No new injuries, no new equipment degrading. Though the farmers are numerous, they are untrained and poorly equipped. When the last one falls, the grass is red with blood. Kettle surveys the carnage. That must have been every person for a mile around. We got what we came for. Let's get out of here, or let's take a look around and make sure there are no witnesses. No, we're not gonna just butcher them all. We got what we came for. Let's get out of here. But also loot all of them. They were dumb enough to attack. We get to take whatever's in their pockets. Which apparently is nothing. Oh, there we go. String and rations. Perfect. An Oddkel should hopefully have something on him. Diviner's Token. A crude bone token with runes and religious symbols carved into every inch of its curved surface. That's probably what he would have given us that we could have showed to the guards as proof to go in. Okay. I don't think there's anything else left to do here. So let's just go to one of the map markers and leave. Hey, look, there are other people around. So technically we could have searched around for these other people and murdered all of them, sounds like. That would have been real bad. I guess I should have checked the journal just to make sure there weren't any other quests going on. I think we took care of everything in that area, and that was our last quest. So, Calling of the Sea. You have everything you need to prepare for your expedition. Once you commit to this, there's no turning back. Talk to Astrid to end the campaign. I'm assuming that means just this portion of the campaign, because we do still go across the ocean. But it sounds like... Really, we are halfway through the allotted time and we've already finished all the quests? I don't feel like we were speedrunning anything. I don't know. Well, if we're not in any sort of hurry, I might just quickly go to the nearest campsite and camp. We could actually go to this one that's really good. It's a little farther away, but I'm fine with that. And there's no battles because it didn't say there were people here, so we just get to go camping. So you are no longer injured, which means you can go back to guarding. Specifically, this is the time you need guarding. How are we... We already had 95 there, but there's nothing else you can do. You can repair, actually. I guess, do I have anyone with better repair that I would rather use for that? So repair is that one. You've got 1, 2, 3. You have 3, but you are much better using your time on cooking and preserving. Yeah, I will have you use this slot to repair. So we'll go with that armor. Do we repair the cursed mail for 38 hide? But it'll be super good. Is the curse just that it's morale -1? The movement penalty is awful, though. I think that shield is worth it. The sling is probably not. We'll probably break down... Is this one of our equipped items? Oh, yeah, you can see it down here. Equipped by Gunnar. Good. Alright, if that's something that's currently being equipped. 41 hides. We have 81. Do I want to give that up? Just to get some cursed mail? I don't think so. 23 to... Or 3 to 41. So, yeah, 38 hides just for that. I don't think I can justify that. At least not yet. So, you'll use your time to repair all of those. Who else has time? You... Were you healing rank 3? You are not. You're just going to preserve. Oh, we don't have enough meat. Well, then maybe having you repair would have been smart. If we've run out of food. But you have nothing better to do with your time. That's the problem. Someone has to clean here, which means I need one of my guards who isn't guarding. You can rest here. You guard there. You guard here. There we go. And that means you can now do the repair. Same idea, but slightly cheaper. Yeah, because that was 38, now it's 34. And the rest of these are slightly cheaper. I don't know if the 20 salvage is worth it here, but I'm guessing that's a really good shield. $37 durability. Let's check what our best durability shield is currently. 42, actually. And he's the only one that really uses shields. Other people have some shields equipped. Like, we have a shield for 14 durability. Kettle has an 11 durability. You actually have a shield, if I bring you out, that it would be an improvement to. But in theory, even if this was fully up, we would still be using Spear Wall. So maybe we just break this down instead. Wish I could see how much we would get for it, for breaking it down. Well, as it is, we should also break down the gear we don't want, and that's based on repair. So let's select you, our highest repair. I don't know that having them selected changes things, but in case it does, we'll break down the sling for 2 salvage. I think that bow is the one we just took off of Kettle. How does this compare for some of the people that don't use their bow much? Alright, we'll break down that bow. Basic broadsword, cloth armor, knife. Narrow sacks. It's a knife, right? Now, the only person who really uses the knife is here, and you've got a really good one. Yeah, we'll just break that down. Basic pine shield. Not going to get rid of these, like, named items yet, at least. We'll call that good. I don't know. So we've got some scouting, got some guarding, we've got our cleanup happening. More scouting, more hunting. Lots of witchcraft, which is good. You were also helping with preserving, but you can do some hunting instead, since we don't need any more preserved. Oh, right, healing. I need someone to do some healing. That wasn't part of my plan. Who has good healing? Roskva does, but I want to keep doing witchcraft with her. So, I have some healing. She has great healing. I want to say one of these recruits I gave a little bit of healing to. But I can't say that with certainty. I gave some to you, Yrsa. Roskva heals better, though. So it'd use less medicine. Do you have anything useful to do? You could also join in the guarding. Is there anyone guarding who has anything better to do? The answer is probably no. Nefia could do scouting. And then you could do guarding. And then we could have Roskva. Oh, I was going to say Roskva could do the healing, but she's the one that's actually injured. So let's have you just do the healing. It costs 3, it's fine. Hopefully that counts as Roskva being fully... Yeah. It's always weird. It heals 20%, but she's 25% damaged. So it feels like it doesn't fully heal, but it does. We need one more guard. So Nefia, you can guard there. We've got full scouting, full hunting, full guarding. A decent amount of witchcraft is going on. I'm glad Roskva can witchcraft even while she's healing. That's good. Only 4 preserving is happening. Ugh. But that's just because we don't have any meat. And it is reminding us that the cursed mail needs to be fixed. Alright, we're going to make camp. I think this is fine. So I guess the question is, what do I do with the rest of the couple of weeks I have remaining? Well rested. Scouts found something nearby. We do get more loot from scouting. I could also go into campsites and attack, but I don't know if we get experience for killing people. I think we only get experience really for quests. And we also don't get loot from campsites because it immediately goes into camping mode. So is there any point in fighting our way through campsites? Because we could. I guess I'm just not sure what to do with my time. Also, how's our homestead doing? 1 day, 17 hours remaining. I want to make sure we keep that going. I mean, I could just keep going to campsites and resting to scout. As well as get more supplies. Like hunting for meats, preserving them. I guess that's the thought that I hadn't considered when I chose. So we did the more sacrifice because it gives us rations. Because rations feel better. But rations we can just acquire by hunting. Like, we can get infinite meat. I don't think we have any way of acquiring herbs. Herbs are only found in the world. So that's not an infinite supply. I don't know. I think the goal probably is to go back to town, talk to people, and see if the anything progresses, but it feels like we've got... Does it tell me how long I've left? I mean, it tells me what day it is. It's currently 2nd of March. I have till 17th of March, so I've got 15 days. It'll take me a day to get back. And that gives me 2 weeks to do I don't know what. Well, let's head back. We're going to get exhausted at some point on the road. Here. Well, that's convenient. And occupied. Let's head there and fight our way. Actually, high food, normal, medium. Very high food, normal, medium. We'll go to this one. We're less likely to be exhausted. It's still occupied, so we can fight our way through it for the fun of that. See, I never paid attention to be sure. Oh, we are hungry. Ew. I've never paid attention to see if we get any experience, but I don't think we do. We're going to take our usual group, of course. It just feels weird that they gave us a month to prepare, and I've got a week or 2 weeks left. It's like, did they really give me an extra 50% of the time? Maybe. Okay, you guys actually seem reasonably competent, as opposed to a lot of the other camps we've gone to where they've just been unarmed people running and hiding. You guys have shields, equipment, level 2, level 2, level 2, and level 2. 6 enemies. Oh, there you go. Level 2 there and level 2 there. And if we look at our characters, so if we look at, I don't know, myself up here in the front, can I see how many skill points I have? I can't. So there's not an easy way to tell if I've earned any extra. Okay. Well, we could get some attacks off. I mean, technically, we could do an aim shot here. Reduce damage, but it would take out half the health, roughly, on one of their healers. And that's probably better than attacking this guy whose shield is going to block it 51% of the time. Excellent shot. Let's do the same with you, Kettle. 48 to 50, we need to do 52 damage. It's not quite a kill. That is a shame. What a shame. Alright. Well, that's that. I don't think any of the rest of... Oh, you guys are super blocking the way out of here. Roscoe, let's just tuck you to the side. And I think we're going to go demoralize. Yeah? Yeah. You didn't get demoralized. You're one of their archers. You did. Okay. That allows us to get you guys out and about. Do I double move? No. I mean, I could double move, but he's going to want to move up to me, and he might have actions that are more powerful if he doesn't have to use his move turn. If he can just do the full action. So I think maybe we move you forward to, like, here. It'll give you good protection from various archers and whatnot, but gets you close enough, and he still has to move up. You, on the other hand, you have some of these options. Do I think the stun protection is better than the DR? Yes. Physical resistance. I don't want to get stunned, and I don't think too many of them are going to be able to get close enough to really get in and attack us. I don't think there's a lot of point in me readying with you from like back here because he's unlikely to run towards you. Let's just have you tuck back here. Hopefully a bit of cover as well. Do I want to move Roskva anywhere else? No, I think we're fine here. What are you guys going to do? Good miss. I approve. You're running away, as makes sense. Just seeing if there's any sort of skill points gained. Again, I'm not expecting it. But surely there's some benefit to hunting down enemies. Right? There's gotta be. Like to going into battle. I just can't think of what it would be. If you charged, still doesn't take him out. I am interested in you taking out this guy if possible. You don't quite have enough to take him out. You don't do that much extra damage. That is not the button I'm wanting. I'm wanting to unclick that so I can click on someone else. You could go here and attack, which would give her a flanking bonus. So let's have you charge in to get a bit more damage going on. Took it on the shield, unfortunately. Then you go for the hit. Perfect. Looks like we're going lethal, but he didn't die. Still don't fully understand why that happens when it does. Right, attacking you with your shield is not good. So let's go with the cleave. Guaranteed to hit the shield, but it will break it, and then damage will go through. And then we can shoot through from there. Perfect. Roskva and Kettle are all that's left. Roskva, I'm going to have you demoralize again. Just want to make sure their archers can't get up to anything annoying. If we're only having to deal with their melee characters, all the better. And then Kettle. I think I'm fine moving you here. Getting you as close as possible to get a good shot on him. Perfect. He's got a Dane axe, so I want to make sure he still has to step up to us. Hadn't considered that if he steps here, he can hit Kettle, which isn't the end of the world, but it would be annoying. If I stepped you here, Ace Leaf, I don't think that leaves him in uninterrupted path to Kettle. No. There you go. Between the two of you, you are giving Kettle enough space. If he tried to get there, he would provoke an attack of opportunity. I guess I can move you forward as well. For what that's worth. Or I run you towards the archer. You know, that's not a bad call. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, the archer back there is just like, I have nothing to do with my turn. You did... You were able to get close enough. I clearly did misjudge things. It's fine. Alright, you have probably still gotten yourself barely out of range. Of course you did. Alright, we'll deal with everyone else first. So you're in hiding in full cover, so we're gonna have to chase you down. You're in hiding in half cover, but just way far back. Can I do an aim shot to hit you? No. Can I do a ranging shot? Yes. Oh, bad luck to you. So you're now spotted. Because you're in half cover, you can be shot. Ah, but we're still shooting through obstacles, so even though technically you're able to be shot, I keep clicking that. That doesn't deselect these. It's still not allowing the shot. That's a shame. Alright, then if I moved Kettle over here to take this shot, that should be totally valid. I don't think there's anything blocking line of sight. These are equivalent distance. I might as well just have you stand out in the open. 75%, I will take that. Can I get over there as well? Not with a good shot. But if I can deal with you myself without having to go on a long chase, that'll be great. Nope. Alright, then we'll just send you over here as well. Now, the two of you have to take this guy out, which shouldn't be a problem at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
I see the fear in your eyes.
You can get into some cover there, which feels great. Not cover against the archer, but I don't think they're going to be much of a threat. And you start charging down this way. You guys are going to have a bad day. Though I am going lethal, even though some of them are still twitching. Demoralize. Smart choice. It's not going to save you, but smart choice. Tactical move. Also not going to save you. Goodbye. Now we're just going to move forward. You can deal with this guy. No problem. Oh, chopped off an arm. Yikes. They've got one archer left in hiding. Let's see. Yeah, just run forward. Let's see. You are in half cover. We are out of our ranging shots. Just gonna start running forward with everyone, except for Roskva. You can demoralize just to hold their archer from being able to do anything effective, hopefully. And then you can also move forward. Lastly, we can also double move closer. It's like, come on, do you yield? Because you should. Oh, they didn't fail the demoralize, though. So technically they could have attacked us. They didn't. You're getting pinned down in the back. You should probably give up. There's not actually a mechanic for giving up, I don't think. I don't think all these turns of moving forward really helps, because I'm pretty sure I'm just going to move the two of them forward and finish them off, so the rest of us wasting our turns doesn't really matter. Another demoralize, hopefully it works, and then move forward as far as you can. That'll be turn. You did not get demoralized. Once again. Ha! Shield blocked. Fantastic. Let's have you go here. The Nefia, can you charge to the correct side? You do charge to the correct side. Fantastic. That's victory. Let's check here and see if we get a notification about any sort of points we earned. Because yeah, potentially we're getting equipment degrading, and we could potentially pick up injuries if we do a bunch of these combats. And I don't think that any value is earned. So 2 herdsmen have available shifts, because you were doing healing, and you don't need to do that anymore. So you can do even more scouting. What other tasks do you have? Right, you're the crafter. If I wanted to make really good gear, you would be the one to do it. Like, I saw that awesome cursed armor. If I wanted to make less cursed armor, I could make pretty good armor. Maybe not chainmail. Lamellar armor, whatever that means. We don't have the supplies we need. It is interesting that we are reaching the point where her skill is higher than the quality of crafts we can make. Trying to think if there's anyone who has a weapon they use that we don't have any sort of like special named item. And I think we've got some bows that aren't special and named. But if we look at the party, Gunnar's axes are special. Aisleif's sword is a special named item. Nephew's spear? I guess I can just look. We have a special bow. You have a special sling and knife. You've got special axe. Your secondary axe could be better. I could make you another just hand axe. You've got a special Dane axe. You've got a nice spear. Sword. Yeah. So we could make a great bow. Like a nice bow for Kettle. Or a secondary axe for Gunnar. And I think a primary weapon makes more sense than the secondary. I don't know how the secondary damage actually factors in. It's okay. If I wanted you to do a crafting rather than scouting, if we focus primarily on damage, some crit multiplier, and some armor piercing, something like that. 30 salvage is not the end of the world at this point. 100% chance it'll have some sort of special property. Yeah, and unlike the armor that has all those other resources we have to spend that we don't have available, this is just a guaranteed great bow. Yeah, I'm willing to have you spend your time there. Meat is spoiling. Alright, then you do some preserving instead. Oh, I guess you still have time slots available. Alright, everyone's fully working. Getting a bunch more herbs made. Some more preserving done. That all feels good. We'll make camp here. And yeah, everyone's eating meat. Perfect. I wish I'd looked at what our skill points were beforehand. So we got a lucky pine bow. We need to see what that is. Total more rations, more medicine. Lost some salvage, right, from crafting. That's part of the plan. Did we find any nearby sites? We did. Let's just quickly check those out. Some hides, more hides, more hides. Wait, I'm seeing people awoke tired. Why? Hello? No. We don't have any sort of effect going on, because it would be listed, I think, around here. Because we shouldn't end up tired. We have the heavy sleeper on everyone. Intentionally. And it would have warned us if we were overworking someone. I have 42 SP to spend. Alright. Might do that off screen. And think about what I want to do with our remaining 2 weeks. That's so weird. Because just going home... I don't know. I need to find out if there's something useful I can do with this time. Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.